Hey, this is Louis D. Fresh, bringing it to you on a Wednesday afternoon. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to finish up our summer of 2023 look at trade schools. Remember, if you look back on our archives, your archives in the college section of your YouTube channel, we talked about what is a trade school. We talked about just in general, because remember, wherever you're watching this, whatever city, state, country you may be living in, things may be different. But I just talk about in general. If you're not interested in going to college, trade schools are definitely an avenue. And I mentioned what is a trade school. If you look back on my archives in the summer of 2023, I talked about air conditioning and refrigeration, also known as HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. That was one video. And a second video was how to become an electrician. And this final installment for the summer of 2023, because there are more, is how to become a plumber. As a matter of fact, I was talking to my in my volunteer school, as I like to call it, to the principal, and I was mentioning I was doing this, and I really have my volunteer school kids in mind, because I know that they're not as anxious, which is fine. Everybody's a little different about college as other students may be. So I definitely think, and he agreed with me that if you're gonna, trades such as air conditioning, refrigeration, electricity, and plumbing are essential, and they definitely yield to a good career. So that's why I'm bringing this up, and that's why I definitely think that it is important to look at these things, because you really can have a very lucrative career and not go to college. So here we are, how to become a plumber. It's not just the whole idea of, hey, I got a sink here, let's fix it. You need to know the pipes, and I'm going to do like my other videos. I'm going to take a little trip to my bathroom and show you different pipes, things, even including the toilet bowl and how all the intricacies of these things work. It's not just, hey, there's a pipe, and same thing with electricity, same thing with air conditioning. It does require some training. So they want to look at this in four general steps. First thing you need to do is to get your high school diploma or your GED. The reason is because, in case you're wondering, I don't want to go to high school. The reason you're finishing it up is because you definitely will need some algebra, geometry, because you're going to be calculating units of measure. So these things are essential. And so you need that foundation, and so therefore you need to have your high school diploma, and that goes across the board here in the United States. And I would gather different parts of the world. You need your official end of schooling before you head off to college, and in this case you'd be heading off to trade school. So you definitely need that GED or your graduate equivalency diploma. One more time, I apologize. The graduate equivalency diploma, that's what a GED is. And in case you're like, hey, I just want to get out. And so that would be what a GED is. I have this kind of like an awkward kind of angle here, because you see over here, I'm also working on the college fair for my volunteer school. So I really, that's why I have two computers on at the same time. But second thing you need to do is become an apprentice. This is the very next thing you do once you're done with your high school career. An apprentice is job experience and classroom education. That's where, as you look here, you can get through your trade unions. I know I'm originally from New York City. Trade unions, or unions as a whole, are very important, because they work together. So you may want to look at your local unions. Community college, such as here, we have a Miami-Dade College. Trade schools, I know here we have a Robert Morgan. That is a very popular trade school, or a business, a particular plumbing business, and they may even wind up paying for your training, because there is a shortage, believe it or not, of these air conditioning and electricians and plumbing. And so we're only talking about plumbing, but plumbing, you'd be surprised. People are like, oh, I'm going to go to college. Go to college. Go to a plumbing, such as a Roto-Rooter, and see what they have, and see maybe you can become an apprentice, and they'll send you to a trade school. And this surprised me, because I'm learning myself. I didn't know. And then for my volunteer school, you may want to check this out. It lasts 4 to 5 years. So I did not realize it took that long, because you need to do 2,000 hours of practice plus technical instruction. That's where the trade schools come in. I really had no idea that instruction and what you see right over there includes also 2,000 hours. That's an awful lot. Imagine one day is 24 hours, 2,000 hours. So this is a serious business, and you will shadow master plumbers. So you're going to be looking at the very best at what's going on. So so it's a lot of work to become a plumber. I did not know it was that much. So learn something new. The third step is at this point, once you've done that, you can work unsupervised on commercial or residential projects. That's something as you move along, you need to kind of see what are you looking for. You want to work on houses? You want to work in homes, or do you want to work or apartments, or do you want to work in commercial buildings? You know, like local businesses. You know, there are lots of companies that need this, who need you as a plumber. So you know, you can get that license, and I like to use the word in Spanish. It means a paper, el papelito. You need that papelito to tell you, hey, you are indeed licensed, and even though I didn't put it there, but you also want to be insured, because it says there, but you need to pass the state license exam and renew every 3 to 5 years by continuing education courses. But before I even do that, really you need to be insured, because you God forbid something happens, and it happens. Things happen. You make a mistake. There's something that goes on. You definitely not only want to be licensed, but you want to be insured. And when you're also insured, you're constantly learning. As you see there, renew your 3 to 5 years continuing education courses. I need to renew every 5 years to be a school counselor, even though I really don't now as a supervisor, but I am going to, because you never know when you're going to need that papelito to show that you are a school counselor. So you do definitely need to do that. That's why I put the little recurring thing there. You never know when you're going to need that. So definitely you want to keep your license up to date, your insurance up to date, and you can work for a company or start your own business as a journeyman plumber, and that's where your money will start to come in. And so, and hey, if you're really going to do it, start with a company. Then I would honestly go for your own business. Do it. I mean, this is your trade. This is your profession. So that is really, really important. If you want to take a picture of that, write it down. Again, about your license, your insurance, and that you need to renew every 3 to 5 years. That's really, really important in order to become a journeyman plumber. Now, one of the things that I regret in my life, and I don't have very many regrets, but this is one. I should have gotten my doctorate. I'm 52 years old. I'm not going to get my doctorate now. I'm not going to get myself into debt, and I'm not going to go through all that. But if you're young and you're 22 years old, you're a journeyman plumber, do it. Become not only a journeyman plumber, become a master plumber. Earn that license. Be the very best. Get to pass the written and practical exams. And depending on your state or your area, your region, because you know, that's why I'm going to show you what it looks like here in the States. Every country is different. Depending on your area, your state, your whatever, your region, you can earn your special endorsements like fire sprinkler and water supply protection installations. Look at any place, any like a supermarket, what have you, go to a hospital, whatever. Look up. You'll see fire sprinklers. You'll see water supply protection. You just, here, at least in the States, we do have codes. You just can't have water. It has to be chlorinated, and you have to make sure that it's drinkable and what have you. So there's lots of money for that. And there's top master plumbers. Master plumber definitely makes well over, as we say here in the United States, 6 figures. They definitely make well over $100,000. And hey, man, if you're going to be, let's say, 2 to 5 years to become that master plumber, you say you're, for fun, 25 years old, I mean, do it. You might as well finish up by 25. You're a master plumber. You're making more money than I'm ever going to make. Do it, man. And then you can also be a supervisor, and you can hire and fire additional plumbers. Be that master. This is why I tell you guys, lovely seniors, class of 2024, finish your studies before you wind up getting married or having kids or any of that stuff. really finish your studies, finish completely whatever it is, whether it be college, community college, whether it be trade school, to become a plumber, to become an electrician, to be an air conditioner person, or as your principal said, you cut grass, you want to be the best grass cutter, you want to know how to style things, which we'll eventually talk about in maybe 2024 or 2025. Be the very best you can be. I know one of your colleagues who graduated a couple years ago, I'm talking to you guys, is now in the fire academy, becoming a firefighter. Do it, man. Do what is best for you, and so because you want a career to be able to support your family. And I'm not just talking about gentlemen. I'm talking about ladies as well. We need women plumbers. We definitely do. Women electricians, women air conditioner people. 100,000% yes. So this is not just about guys. This is about women as well. And as I have mentioned, I've had the privilege of, and it is a privilege to have gone to Europe. I've never been really elsewhere besides Europe. I haven't been to the South Pacific. I haven't been to Asia. I haven't been to Africa. But I've been to a few countries, fortunately, in Europe. And they're like I mentioned, their electricity is different, and also their plumbing is different. It is, and we definitely use more water than they do. They're much more conservative in terms of their electricity, in terms of their water. So you definitely want to take a look at, then that's why I'm going to show you what it looks like here in the States, because I know, thankfully and humbly, I have lots of followers in Asia. I know in Pakistan, India, Japan, I think I have a few in China as well. Very important that you really pay attention to what your region is and to what it is that's needed in terms of becoming a plumber, electrician, air conditioning person. But again, we're focusing on plumbing. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and let's take a look. As I'm standing up, I like to be authentic. I didn't move anything around. My little Yorkie, he uses his bathroom, because he does, and so that's why I have wee pads down, and I'd rather him do that than all over the house. So let me show you. There, my friend Kali here, and there is Simba, man, selective hearing, but he is there, and he uses this she flaps her ears. She's like, wake up, no. No, you can keep them. But you see here, I have the little wee pads here, and so I like to be authentic. Here's a sink. Right, I'm gonna turn on the light here to kind of help here. There's a sink here. Do you need to learn how to put in these? I like to be authentic. How to put in these faucets and show how to make it the hot water, the colder water, and make sure that how it goes down into these pipes and where these pipes go. I have no idea where these pipes go, but I'm letting you know that this is something you're gonna have to learn, whether you want to use plastic pipes, lead pipes, metal pipes, whatever it is, that they go down here. So this is very authentic, and you need to know how this water works. And again, this is an antiquated faucet, so you're definitely gonna learn how to do better looking faucets than this. And then I do know, because I had an issue with the water at some point, the water supply is there, and I can cut off the water supply. The actual water supply is actually outside, and there's a valve there, but that shuts off the water so you can put in this toilet. Again, being very authentic. And you see that here is the American standard. American standard really is the big deal here, and it's the most practical toilet here in the States. And you'll see here that the regular, you see how they watch for the flushing thing. You see how much water we use here as opposed to the water that is used in, I know in Europe they definitely use less water, and you'll see the flush. And if you pay for water like I do, you definitely don't want too many gallons being used. And you see, you need to know how to install the toilet here to make sure that I want to make sure you see how it's there and there's nothing leaking or any of that jazz. That's where plumber comes in. And then again, this is an old tub, but you see here there's a tub, and you need to know how to install these tubs. And perhaps also, because if you're gonna be doing bathrooms, you're gonna have to learn how to put tile up here, and also this shower head. You're gonna have to learn how this pipe in here, because I've seen it before in another place that I had. that in here there's a whole big, I'm thinking in Spanish, there's a lot of pipes that come up and down, and they are joined to here. Now if you turn this on, you see that there's a light there, and then you see how it goes up and down. You see right there, you see how it'll go right here. And I like to be really, really authentic. And how it is that right here, there are pipes. And where does this water go? So you need to know how that water will flow going downward. So here you have, the shower head to change the water, and how is it that all is connected. And all of this is relating, and again, hot water, cold water, how all of that is related to plumbing. I'm sure my wife will kill me for showing the bathroom like that, but that's okay. I like to be authentic. I don't like to lie and ay, Dios mío. Let me turn off this light, it's gonna kill me. I don't like to lie and be like, say, oh, you know, everything is beautiful and perfect and one. I like to be authentic and show you what it is that you'll be doing as a plumber, because it's important. It's a very, very lucrative and important deal. And so definitely, you know, if that's your deal, if you're not really into studying, and that's fine, and you may not be able to study or for whatever reasons, you could definitely go to trade school. And we're gonna definitely talk more, please God, you know, in the summer of 24, and please God in summer of 25, and who knows, I have a whole bunch of them. There's definitely lots of money to be made for you to, you know, it's not about money. It's about, you know, providing for your family. And that's really key. It's not just getting a job, it's having a career. So that's it. And we're gonna go back to the college stuff next time. So this is the Weedy Fresh, and you make it a great day.